Hello grade 7, so today we're going to look at the income and the expenses. So we're going to discuss the personal income and personal expenses. If you look at personal income, so personal income refers to a person's total income that he or she earns. The income can be obtained from various of sources, for example the salaries, the wages, the rent, the return on investments such as the profits, the dividends and the interest. Most people earn their income by going to work and receiving a wage or a salary in return. That is personal income, so it refers to anything that increases your wealth. So types of personal income that you get, the first one is wages. So wages, a worker sells his labor and receives a wage in return. Wages are usually paid daily or weekly and is based on the number of hours that is worked by the worker. So a salary is almost the same, but a salary is a contract that you have for employment. So this means that there is a set amount that you receive. So let's read what is standing there. So a worker sells his labor and receives a salary in return. Salaries are usually paid monthly and are a set amount as stipulated in the employment contract. So rent is when the individual rents out the extra building or room and they receive rent for it. So rent is usually paid monthly in advance and is a set amount as stipulated in the lease agreement. It increases annually. So every year the rent increases on the building that you are renting out to someone. So let's look at gains. So gains is when you have a business, you receive a profit at the end of the financial year. So in other words, after the business has paid all his expenses with the income, the remaining profit belongs to the owner. Interest is received from the bank. So it refers to a fixed percent of return earned on investments by the bank or a financial institution. Interest can also be earned on a positive bank balance. Dividends. It is when you buy shares in a company, you usually earn dividends on it at the end of the financial year. Dividends are only paid out when the company makes a profit. Okay, so commissions. A salesperson receives a percentage of the value of goods or services that he or she has sold as commission. Personal expenses. Personal expenses refers to the cost that people incur in living. So these costs differ from person to person as the person has different needs and wants. So personal expenses make you poorer and reduces your wealth. So examples of personal expenses can be expenses on the food, the clothing, accommodation, transport, entertainment, airtime, municipality accounts, and DSTV accounts. So what do you spend your money on? If your mom gave you 100 rand, are you going to buy shoes? Are you going to buy clothes? Are you going to buy a t-shirt? So that is your personal expenses. The money that you got from your parents is the personal income.